The candidates are spending millions of dollars on social media advertising, but are those ads having an impact on younger voters? NBC News Now's Alexa Lioto talks with first-timers in Texas, voters voting in the social media age, about which candidates break through.
Texas has one of the youngest populations in the country, but historically, voter turnout has been low. We started to see a shift in 2018 in the midterms. We saw a tripling of the number of young Texans turning out to vote. That was a big deal, and we're starting to see more initiatives coming to Texas to galvanize the youth vote, to influence the elections. We've been spending the week talking to young people from all different backgrounds. We spoke with several Republicans and some Democrats from different parts of Texas, and we've been hearing more and more about the issues that matter to them. What's incredibly interesting is whether or not the social media ads and other ads that these candidates have spent millions of dollars on, whether those make any difference to the young voters who are voting for the first time. All right, you guys are all seniors in high school. Who here is voting in the primaries? And who here is it their first time voting? Hands up. All of you guys.
Yes.
Let's go down the line. Who's everybody voting for?
Bernie.
Bernie.
Donald Trump.
I'm voting for Bernie.
3 of you are voting for Bernie. Zane, you're voting for Donald Trump. But have you guys seen ads from different political candidates?
Oh, all the time.
Yeah, absolutely.
Who is the person that you see most of?
Mike Bloomberg. I see him all of the time.
I also see a lot of Donald Trump, especially on my Snapchat.
On Snapchat, it's like, get a free Trump 2020 flag. And I'm like, I don't like this. Like, on Snapchat, you can like. Mine's like every time on YouTube, like it's always a Mike Bloomberg ad, one after the other. Like,
Yeah, definitely whenever
So
it's like late at night and I'm watching videos, like, there's just an ad.
I get it.
Yeah,
Okay.
but that didn't sway you.
No.
What are you guys thinking about as you go into 2020?
I definitely think that LGBT rights has become something that's been a huge problem in this country.
For me, it's more gun control and disabilities. I really want to make sure that we do have strong gun control. I'm not saying abolish the Second Amendment. I'm just saying regulate it.
I just agree that like the gun control regulations kind of need to be a little bit more stricter, and like especially still being in high school, seeing like all the school shootings is kind of like really scary for me.
As you said, gun control, but more on the less restriction side. Immigration.
A lot of what we hear about is on the Democratic candidate side, who is going to be the person to beat Trump? You guys think Bernie Sanders is that person. Do you think Bernie Sanders could be the person to beat Donald Trump?
Absolutely not. As harsh as it sounds, what Donald Trump has done for the country and as much support as he has, I don't think there's any way that Bernie could beat Donald Trump. Maybe if it was someone else, then Bernie does have a chance, because I know he does. He gets in the minds of, free. It really does. Sounds good, but in reality, it's very false.
Bernie voters. Why Bernie?
Affordable health care definitely is something that drew me in a lot.
We've gone to free public school for 12 years. I don't understand why we can continue going to free public school.
How are you guys feeling about voting for the first time?
I think it's so cool. Now that I'm 18, I actually get a chance to like do kind of like my public duty and just kind of like have my say in what I want my future to be.
It's very American. It's the American thing to do. I mean, when you turn 18, you're an adult in this country, and I think you should do it. It's your duty.
Are you guys finding it easy or hard to convince your friends to vote?
They either don't care or they're like, my vote doesn't matter. And I'm just like, your vote won't matter unless you start voting, because until we start voting in large groups, no one will care about us.
Are you guys more hopeful or less hopeful about the future?
I think that I'm more hopeful for the future, especially like a lot of my friends. Like, we see the changes that need to be made and we're making the actions to make those changes.
I hope that we make the right decision all like as a country, and that whatever happens for the best.
And you can watch NBC's special coverage of Super Tuesday tomorrow night at 7 p.m. Eastern right here on NBC News Now.
Hey, NBC News viewers, thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Subscribe by clicking on that button down here, and click on any of the videos over here to watch the latest interviews, show highlights, and digital exclusives. Thanks for watching.